I bought a $500 Miata, and today we're gonna see if we can get it started. If it does start, this will become the platform for version 2 of the Offroad Miata build. Can we turn this $500 barn find into a Baja 1000 capable desert race car? It's something that's never been attempted before, so make sure and subscribe to follow along and see if we make it. Version 1 changed my life, and I'll be forever grateful to Winky the Offroad Miata. These are a few of my favorite moments together. We got off to a rocky start on day 1 when I brought her to a motocross track and rammed her into a fence. She quickly got over it and was happy with the smaller jumps at the BMX track. Idiot Kano was where she really started to shine, and the broken headlight gave her the nickname Winky Shark. After the paint job, the name made less sense, but we were back to jumping Miata cross jumps, which is where she belongs. Made a slight miscalculation on speed in the desert and had our first viral clip. Thankfully, no damage. She survived Layla learning how to drive stick, a short course off-road track, and swing arm city. Then we gave her a turbo to see what she was really capable of, and she did not disappoint. The bigger we went, the better she felt. The problem was, once we went big, we forgot how to go small, and stoved her in on this little warm-up jump. But she lived to drift another day. We got to race tough trucks in a monster truck show, drag race my old 3000 GT, smoked it, but always had a little trouble racing the Piston Cup. Had our only real tip over there last year. But she bounced back as usual, turned her into a donk and drove 500 miles off-road, entered burnout contests and car shows, raced three-wheelers, and off-roaded hard all over the country. We've met amazing people and driven on ice, sand, water, and snow. She taught me everything I know about off-roading, and we're putting all of that knowledge into version 2 if we can get her started. Let's see if she'll fire up. What are the odds? What do you guys think? I'm thinking it's probably not likely, but you never know. The gas is half full. When's the last time it was filled up? The gas probably isn't good. We didn't check the oil. We didn't change the spark plugs. The chances of this working are dwindling by the moment.
Looks like a comfortable seating position.
It's not doing anything. I don't know how to start automatic cars. First test failed.
Is the transmission in park? Because it will not start unless it's in park, like that's for sure.
The transmission doesn't go anywhere.
If you put your foot on the brake, does it do anything? Oh, there you go. Yeah, so that's park.
Critical piece of the puzzle, the main fuse. That will help us get it started. There we go.
Tip number 2.
This is actually about the right seat height, honestly. For the cage.
Off-roader, yeah, because the goal is to keep the top of some kind.
Okay. Hey.
Ooh, things happened.
Makes noises. How does it look up there?
Why don't you give it another go? I don't see anything. No, we're not getting something. Next step would be to check and see if we have spark, and then it's see if we have fuel.
Yeah, it's probably bad gas too.
I wouldn't be shocked if this gas is pretty cade.
Not getting any fuel, so we're gonna check the fuel pump. Got the fuel pump pulled. Gavin wants to connect it to a battery and see what happens.
We'll just see if it is broken or not.
Okay, we ready?
Yep.
Sounds like it's
running.
running.
To me, sounds like a working fuel pump.
Why else would it not get fuel?
Unless the fuel pump relay is out, potentially.
One last relay that we had unplugged. Now we're plugged back in. Let's do it. Let's see.
3,
Come on, baby. Oh, yeah! All right, probably kill it. We don't know about any oil or coolant or anything like that, but it started. That wasn't bad. That's only a couple hours to have a running Miata. Heck yeah. Now all we have to do is build an entire roll cage, build an off-road suspension package, put the turbo back on, and then we'll be ripping, I guess. Make sure and stay tuned. We'll make it happen. Yeah. Almost 200,000 miles, and we're gonna throw a turbo on there. How long is that gonna last? It's so much more reliable without the turbo. The problem is it's too slow for racing. Like, I can't win a race without a turbo.
And that's science.
Our next step is to build a roll cage that'll comply with the Off-Road Racing Series guidelines. So that means we gotta strip the interior and then get to bending some metal.
How hard could it be?
We've got the car entirely stripped out, so now we can start taking our measurements for the roll cage. This will be the first roll cage that we've ever built, so it's probably gonna go perfectly. We got the Bentech software to hopefully make it really simple. In theory, you just take a bunch of measurements, put it in the computer, and it spits out a roll cage for you. So Gavin, show us what we're working with.
Honestly, I have no idea. I've never used this software before. Let's see what happens. I mean, there's nothing left to do except just bend it.
Give it a spin. So you can see we're bending on multiple axes.
Yeah, so many axes.
You guys want to see a Miata in Baja, check out getradshop.com, help support, and we'll see you in Baja.
Ain't nothing left to do but to do. So first bend, here we go.
Which one is more accurate, the digital angle finder or the bent piece of wire?
Well, now you moved it.
Oops. You'll be happy to note that the Ninja 3-wheeler is our tubing holder. And it's brilliant because we can roll it as we need to pull the tubing through the bender.
All right, here we go. First bend. We need to go to 7 degrees.
You're at 5, 7.
Right now, according to this gauge, I'm at 8.
Well, this one says 7.6.
Yeah, so we're pretty close.
Are we taking odds that our first one will be perfect? What do you think? Do you have faith in your software and your tube bending abilities?
I have faith that whatever happens, we'll figure it out. But I mean, it should work, but it's very easily that I misread software I've never used before. It's very easy that I don't fully understand how a tool I've never used before works.
The real question is, do I trust him with my safety? My whole life. We have a bend.
We have a bend. This next bend is going to be wild. We have easily the biggest, gnarliest bend is the second bend we've ever made.
We probably also could have watched some how-to videos. We're just winging this more than we should. That's what we do on this channel. We have fun. There's no consequences.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? This will show us literally what it's supposed to look like. So we rotate, bend. So it's a lot, but now I can visualize what we're supposed to do.
Thankfully, we have Gavin to understand that because that is above my pay grade. I just know how to hold a camera and drive Miatas off jumps.
Which isn't nothing.
We're ready to bend?
Ready as we're gonna get. Here goes easily the most significant bend we have. So, oh, what's our angle?
105?
All right, grease this bad boy up. Many lessons from my childhood, one of which is you always need lube. Oh,
get in there,
slop it in there, dude. I don't know why, but this is incredibly stressful. There's a lot of noise going on. You're doing something for the first time. Lube's involved. It's a lot. Ooh, it's like out of juice. I wonder if we've just run out of ram.
That would be a bummer if we're 15 degrees short. Somebody smarter than us probably would have researched that beforehand.
Come on. Yep. Whew. Just like that, we're back in business.
You need some more tubing?
Oh, we need more tubing.
All right.
And
there we go.
Stop.
It's possible I have led us astray. I did not look too deep into these highly technical cube things we got, and I was using it on percentage instead of degree mode.
That could be an issue.
That's definitely going to be an issue. It seems like it looks kind of right. There's just no way. Like a percentage is out of 100 where a degree is out of 360. I had one job. Gavin took care of every other thing and so far has gotten it right. I had one job and I messed it up. This is why I can't be trusted with anything.
Technically, we don't know that I got it right. And now anything that goes wrong, I can just blame on you. So appreciate you saving me on that one. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. I say we go with degrees and see how close we are.
Why would it come default as percent when it's sold as a degree finder? It is my fault, but why couldn't they help you out? Why would...
Oh, fudge.
We're just gonna go for it and see if it was right. That's how we do it.
Let's break some stuff.
That's how we want our safety equipment described. Let's break some stuff. Here goes our final bend. Will it be right? Will it be wrong? We'll find out in a few seconds.
This is intimidating. I don't know why I have this huge expectation that I should be good at something that I've never done before that's incredibly complex.
We do have it cut 3 inches long in the front, so it's not gonna be perfect right away. It might even be impossible to even see.
I mean,
it looks like a roll cage.
That looks pretty good, man. I can see it. I can see that working because this follows this weird inside edge there. I don't hate it.
Dude, if you nail this first try, having never built a roll cage, I'm gonna be so impressed. I'm gonna for sure owe you something.
You've been giving me the ability to grind a Miata, make a Ninja 3-wheeler, and just in general cause a lot of potential danger to me, and what more could a friend ask for? This is crazy! Yeah, dude, I think we take the 3 inches off of that and we just see what happens.
Let's see what happens. It matches the drawing. It matches the computer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Will the drawing match the reality is the question.
She's a tight fit. I do think we need to go a smidge shorter. Gosh, that's really close, isn't it? That's pretty decent.
We have half a roll cage.
I don't know about half, but we have the first piece. Like,
We have a piece.
like if we can duplicate this other piece on that side, the rest of these will make so much sense. This was unbelievably complicated.
It looks good. You guys have to understand, this is absolutely our first roll cage, our first piece, our first bends, and it turned out right. Might be the first time ever we did something right on the first try.
It's also hilarious because if we were both my height, this roll cage could be like 2 inches lower, but we have to accommodate the fact that Dylan is a normal size human.
It'll be quite a bit higher than the roof line, so definitely no soft tops, but that's not legal anyway, so whatever.
One thing I am actually very proud of, this A-pillar matches like the notch that I made in the A-pillar, literally like perfectly fits the tubing.
So the key detail is we need 3 inches from the helmet at all times, and so that's why it kind of is so tall and big up here. That's just safety and an actual requirement for racing organizations.
Like that's got to be, and again, there's a lot more space because it's me. If Dylan was in the seat, we're right at our 3 inches.
Good job.
Like, now comes the hard part. Can we do it twice? I mean, our door jamb, I would still trust this.
Yeah, rain won't get in here. It'll just get in here and here. Layla said it's time to aerate the lawn, and you guys know I'll never pay somebody to do something I don't know how to do. So here's what we came up with. Work smarter, not harder, my friends.
Captain's log, day 599 of building this roll cage is what it feels like. It's actually going pretty fast, but we have a door bar in. The goal was to just kind of add a little bit of beef to this thing because we know who's driving it. It's not a requirement for the Mint, but this might be the best piece I've made yet. Like I'm starting to figure out how the bender works, how the notcher works. This isn't welded in, and I can like put weight on it.
Wow.
So it's like actually in there really dialed. Also important, it doesn't suck super bad to get in and out. Where the door bar's at, it's not in the way of your arm.
And you can close,
the door all the way.
Wow.
This will look like a really nice car when we're finished, hopefully.
Way safer getting in and out. I love it.
While safety is rarely a priority, we stumble upon it accidentally, at least every now and again. We'll have our seatbelt bar running across there, but we're not going to make it yet because we need to do a fuel cell. So far, this is going pretty good for two dudes who really don't know what they're doing.
Roll cage is basically done, so that concludes episode 1 of the Offroad Miata build. Make sure and subscribe for episode 2, where we tackle the suspension, pulling everything off of here and putting it onto here. Thanks for watching.